Welcome back to another Latina Wednesday.
These are your hosts, Jessica.
Yeah, see?
And Karina.
Woo, woo.
Joanna's
And we are missing Joanna, sorry. She's at work. Making that money.
That girl's always working. She better have some money. 'Cause I swear.
Look at that. No, I'm broke.
There's no reason for you to be broke. You go to work every day, girl.
That sucks, though. That's just life these days. You work your ass off
And
for
it all goes to bills.
To bills. You literally work for nothing.
Not for nothing, but you work
still,
to.
like, I feel like even before I get my check, I know where the fuck that shit
Oh
going.
my God, yes.
Ya
And
sé
then
que ya tengo apartado para el carro, para la luz, and I'm just like.
by the time you realize you're only left with like $150, like, what the fuck am I gonna do with $150? Shit.
You want to eat
Gas. Oh my God. I don't know about you guys, but I look at the gas prices. Do you guys look at gas prices or you go anywhere?
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Yeah.
You go anywhere, you see?
I go anywhere. Okay. So I have this app where it gives you money. So I use that. So I only use whatever app there is, and I go to the one that gives me the most money back.
She gets money back.
You get money back for putting gas? How much money you get back?
It's not much, but it adds up because the first time that I cashed out, it was like $80. So the more that you put, the more that you get.
Yeah.
And then I cashed out like 120, and and then it builds that back up. And
Okay, well, I think I need to be doing that because I put gas like twice a week.
Well, it adds up because if you go to a regular gas station, they're not gonna give you money at all.
Nothing at all.
So I just go with the app.
She sent it to me. I downloaded it, but I don't know how to use it because I was like, or I'll forget. I'm like, fuck.
No, girl.
Damn.
I made it my ritual. It's part of my. Oh, gotta put gas. Let me open my app. Like if I'm in an area where I don't know, I just go in the app and it gives me the locations, and I show up, pump
and then it tells you how much you get back.
It sometimes is $1, $1.06, $2. It just depends. But
Depends
it keeps
on
on
the day,
adding.
the pump. They probably have specials too.
Yeah, sometimes it's like the most that I've gone from like each gallon is 16 cents per gallon. And I'm like, well, it's fine. Again, it could be $1. It's not much, but it adds up.
It adds up at the end of the day.
It's better than getting nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
She'll tell you the name at the end of the episode.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Like if
Stay
they're
tuned
not,
if you want it.
Yeah. It's like, see, if they're not sponsors, you don't get the name.
Right.
Yeah, but no, I don't look at gas prices because I go by that.
I do. I get it from my mom.
Yeah.
But we we gotta go to the other one because the other one is like $3.09. This one's $3.19. Yeah, we're going to the other one.
No, sometimes it can be $3.19 or $3.20. I'm going through the $3.19.
Exactly. So, this week's topic. This week's topic, I wanted to talk about all these different personalities that are out here, as in all the different people that are out here in this world. Like how we all have come across that a few people that you're just it's a head scratcher where you're like, damn, I'm surprised you're alive. Like what's going on? Like I don't know if you guys ever had you meet somebody new and then like every day goes by and then like you learn or new things about them, and then like I don't know about you guys, I've like, how do you say it? Me ha quedado con la boca abierta. I've been like, damn, like, I thought I was crazy. I guess I'm not.
That's funny because you asked us when we were talking about starting up the conversation about this topic. You asked me what was the craziest person or personality you've ever met. I was like, you. I'm like, me. You're the craziest that I've ever met. Girl, you crazy, but not in a bad crazy. I feel like you're just you. That's just who you are.
I know.
And
Are you a curious person?
Am I a curious person?
Yeah.
I think so. You could say.
Because I feel like that's like you just go with what's intriguing.
What's funner
at that moment. I feel like that's why it's not that you're crazy. It's just like you're very curious. And you just let's give it a try.
You could say I think I am a bit.
Yeah.
There's some things that I'm just
She's
like,
very adventurous.
no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I've caught myself where there's been moments where like, oh, we're gonna go here, and then all of a sudden I'm like, do I really want to go? Like I have a bad feeling. Then I start getting all these bad feelings. Then I start seeing all these
Bad scenarios.
these
Crazy
scenarios in my head. I'm like, are these visions or what are they? Like I could you not?
That's
They're
a
like,
raven.
yes, they're like visions. They're like,
No,
oh, what?
they're
Like I picture all these
thoughts.
scenarios that could happen, and then it's like, yeah, Karina, you're not going. Yeah, because then I'm like, oh my
But
God,
it's funny because Karina's been like that since she's little. She's always been like an out the like very like open. Like she can make conversation with anyone. We would go to parties and she would have this whole crowd of little kids around her. I'm
Making
like,
friends.
bitch, how the fuck did you make friends? We just
Jessica's
got
like,
here
we just
5
got here
minutes.
like an hour ago.
Literally 5 minutes y ya tenían little kids around her.
Ya
I'm
tenía
like,
best friends.
Yeah.
literally best buddies in the whole world. Nunca se volvían a ver, pero they were her best friends.
That night. Mhm.
Yeah, girl. And she's always been like that. So, like, I mean, no se me hace raro. Well, obviously, sometimes I'm like, bitch, you crazy. Like, the things she'd be telling me, I was like, who would have thought that crazy little girl came this crazy big girl?
She got a little bit more crazy than
Right.
Literally. But it's funny how you meet somebody or you know somebody when they're tiny and how they grow up to be a whole different person.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like they were very quiet. All of a sudden, they grew up and they're bananas. Like people that you wouldn't even thought they would do some shit.
That is true.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it.
Because I'm the same.
Yeah.
I've been quiet my whole life, and that's how I am now.
Quiet.
I'm a little bit more talkative. I sometimes I'm like, damn, I've always been talkative though.
No, but you now that I see you like interacting with other people. Well, back then I see you interact, but not like that. But now she's more like you can make conversation.
I'm funny.
You're
I
funny.
am funny. The
Karina's
girls
like,
at
"Stop
work,
lying, girl."
the girls at work be saying some stuff, and I be saying something. They're like, "You're so funny, MJ." I'm like,
They call her MJ.
Thank
Oh,
you.
no, MJ.
No,
Lying.
MJ. Yeah, and I'm like, thank you. But I know they're fucking with me. But I still thought it was funny.
She's like, thank you. She still took it.
I still took it.
I'm
But
not
yeah.
like, you're funny.
I am
Where
funny.
you funny at?
I am funny.
Just kidding. You are funny. I feel like we all are pretty funny. Joanna's funny all the way. That girl makes me laugh. Her
she do.
loudness, everything just makes me laugh.
The
Literally.
things that
How-
she say, dude.
Oh my God. The other day we were at the restaurant, right? I think it was Friday. We went out to eat. Her friend called her. Oh my God.
Don't tell me she was on
She
Adandos.
was, yes. She's just like my dad.
Girl,
She's
my
so
dad is-
loud. Like, so loud.
She's always been loud though.
She was laughing, and like the way she was laughing it was so funny. You know how she laughs?
Yeah.
And I just saw the white ladies next to us. They were like, they did the whole head twitching and everything. Like they all broke their neck, and I was like, oh my God. And I feel bad telling sister like, shh. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like she gets mad every time I tell her because
Yeah.
I tell her all the time, especially when we're out. I'm like, shh. She's like, fine, leave me alone. Just talking. I'm like, yeah, but you're being really loud.
Yeah.
Everybody's staring at us. She's like, I don't care. Like, she gets mad when I hush her.
I don't know.
But yeah,
That's my daughter.
she's so loud.
She's so fucking loud. And I'm like,
Really?
girl, shh. She's like, oh my God, again? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then she starts the conversation again. And then she'll start good. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, shh. And she's like, oh, okay, fine. I'm like, oh my God, why are you so loud?
But I think it's because we go into the conversation like we don't notice how loud because we've done that too.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
we
I'm
don't
sure
even notice that we're so loud.
Yeah,
and
it's like
laughing.
that.
Before.
My partner would be telling me, like, why you gotta tell the whole fucking store? I'm like, I'm not even being loud.
That's the same way, baby.
Yeah, I did not know how to whisper back then.
Me
I
neither.
I started to learn how to whisper when I got my front desk job like 5 years ago. Literally. And I learned there how to whisper. Other than that, I could not whisper.
No, me whispering is like, do you want to?
Yeah, literally.
I cannot.
Yeah.
To this day, it's so hard for me to whisper. But with Jessica, it's like different because sometimes I don't even gotta say anything, or I just say something stupid and she gets it. So people don't even get it, but she gets me.
Oh, so you guys are seeing each other more often now?
No.
At work?
It's just in
no?
general when we're
okay,
talking
okay.
or
No,
whatever.
we
Like she
don't.
gets
It's so
me.
sad. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm like, good morning, and it's like 11.
It gets so
It's
busy.
so sad. Yeah. I know you're hella busy. And then I get so busy. I don't even, people's like, did you see that in the chat? Bitch, no. I barely can see one screen at a time. I am ADD. Like, bitch.
Really? I got used to working with 2 screens.
Yeah.
And then I went back to 1, and then I couldn't stick with 1. I would miss all the messages. Then they would come up to me and be like, didn't you see my message? No, I only have 1 monitor. Don't you see? And they're like, oh.
And I don't like to keep it open because I feel like people read my stuff. And I'm
Oh,
very like,
yeah. They go by and read what you're going through. No, I would just leave it on my emails. And then, like, the background of the email, I just fixed it to these orange bubbles. So all you could see was my orange bubbles and stuff. And then at the top is when I could see the tab. Like, when somebody wrote me a message, then I can see, like, oh, whatever.
Mine's at the bottom. So
No,
I
mine
really,
are at the top and the tabs.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of low key miss it. I low key miss like just like always being busy and stuff.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, I'm over here going through the shit, and then they're like, oh, yeah, they said it in the chat. Oh, I missed that shit. And cuando veo that there's a whole conversation going on, and I'm like,
And you're like, oh,
whoops.
sorry.
Oh my god, I would forget that people go through those stuff. Like
People
the
go
managers,
through it?
Yeah,
the
they have
managers can
access
go
to
through.
it.
They have access to everyone's chats.
They have access to our messenger?
Not her, but
Yeah.
I've been helped.
Oh.
Yes.
But the corporate can go
They
through it.
can go through our messages?
Yes.
They have access to it.
Yeah. So if you're talking shit about another employee, they can see it on there.
I don't give a damn.
We speak
Yeah.
español. I'm just kidding. Como que
Yeah,
like,
and I didn't know that.
We
I
just
didn't
started
know that.
Espanol.
Yeah, I didn't know that until one of my coworkers had told me, because the girl made up a chat and I was talking shit, and then the girl was like, text it, and I was like, what? And then she's right next to me. She's like, whatever you gotta say, like that's not like
Job
appropriate. Text it to me.
I try not to curse. The biggest
She's like,
curse word I
because-
use is bitch. But I try. Cuando
at
a
that, it's so
veces I
hard,
want
though.
to text her, like, I want to write to her in the chat. I'm like, quiero matar a esta pendeja. Pero me ahorro. I'm like, I maybe should not talk about murdering people.
No, don't talk
Yeah,
about
I
it.
no.
just want to say,
Don't do
like,
that.
so I just say something like, it's driving me crazy.
Yeah. Did you guys ever meet somebody? Okay, let's just say you already know somebody, right? You meet someone new and they remind you of that one person you already met. You're
Yeah.
like, damn, I
Like the
feel like I have a
personality?
number 2 of this other person.
Yes.
Me
Yes.
too. And it
We
drives.
have two at the job that reminds us of somebody.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god, me too. At my previous job, there was this lady. She reminded me of somebody, and I was like, I don't like that person. Why are you like just like her? Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I feel like I had a twin in my office.
boss, actually, she reminds me of a family member.
Oh god.
So she's just so funny. She's so out there. I don't know, like there's certain words that she says, and I don't know. I just imagine the other
That person.
person, and I'm just like, oh my god, she says that too. And
You're like, stop it. I'm not gonna like you no more. I'm just kidding.
No. She's very nice. But yeah, and I had other people too that you're like, what the fuck? It looks so like te da como deja vu.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, where have I heard that before? Or where have I met that personality before? It's crazy.
Have you guys ever met somebody and like they give you the like a bad sensation or a bad like
Yeah.
their vibe is bad that you're like, I want to just get away?
Yeah.
Has ever been so bad where you're like, okay, I'm cutting the conversation off right now? Like,
Yeah.
I just
there's-
don't start conversations at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
try to stay away.
Because I can pick up on it and I'm like,
you can pick up on the how nasty they could be.
I've only picked it up once from a person that I was like, oh my god, okay, yeah, there's a nasty vibe. Like, but I don't think after that, I don't think.
no, but you're like, Jessica gives like the benefit of the doubt to everybody. So she
do.
always
very
looks
open
at,
to everybody.
yes. And I have,
Even
you
the
know,
people that I don't like,
yeah.
I'm
Like, you're
always
very nice.
to
Too nice,
everybody.
too nice.
Even if they give me the ew,
Yeah.
Like, I still say good morning.
I was like that at the beginning too. Then after a while, I was like, I'm not wasting my saliva or saying my good mornings to people that don't say it back to me. Because I've never had like somebody, you say good morning to somebody and they don't say it back. They look at you dead in your face and just look down. And I'm like, did I just not say good morning? Like, okay, guess not.
I just keep going. I'm just like, whatever. There's, I can say there's 2 providers at our office that I'll say good morning and they look at me like I just said another language. And I'm just like, okay. And there's some people that don't even say nothing. We just pass the hallway y ya.
Yeah.
No te conozco ni me... I mean, no es que no te conozco, pero es que, like...
No te da
like,
por
no me da
decir.
por decir por qué no.
Exactly. Me too. But then again, I've always been like that. I'm very like, I don't know. I'm very like, ew, no. Especially, you know what I catch real quick when they're trying to be fake, or they try to be something that they're not,
or like when they're like, how do you call it? Sarcastic, but in a nasty ass way.
I cannot.
And everybody's like,
God.
así
And I'm just
es.
like,
Guys, in my previous job, there was this guy. He was, you know, we're not gonna say it, but él era del otro bando, right? And he was so sassy, and he would give everybody nicknames, right? And then I had a little argument with one of his friends, right? And then after that, like the vibe was weird. Everybody like started acting weird towards me because I had that little altercation with that girl. And I was sitting next to him at one point and he was like, "So what's up, Kaka?" And I said, "Huh?" And I was like, "Okay, you're not talking to me, so I'm gonna look another way." I'm like, "Oh, you're not talking to me, right?" And I just looked away. He was like, "No, yeah, I'm talking to you. I called you Kaka." And I'm like, "Why are you calling me that? Don't call me that." He's like, "Oh, I give everybody nicknames. Like, don't take it too hard." I said, "No. Well, guess what? Pick another name, because every time you call me that, I'm gonna look at you crazy." And he was like, "Oh my God." And then the other girl was like, "Oh, he does that. Give people nicknames." I'm like, "Yeah, but don't give me a Kaka name, because Kaka, you know what Kaka is. You're Hispanic, I'm Hispanic. We both know that shit.
That's just disrespectful.
Like, no, don't do that."
I'm like, all right, well, then I'm gonna call you pinche pedo cupidiondo. A ver.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It was just that sarcastic. I did not like it. Like, it was so
sarcastic.
nasty.
That's not sarcastic. That's you being a fucking disrespectful piece of shit. But everybody just allows it.
To him,
I
it was
hate
being
people.
sarcastic. And then he would be so mean to this other lady that she would sit next to me. She was so nice. And she reminded me a lot of you. Like, she's just super, super fucking nice. And she's such a mom. She has 3 kids. She's such a mom. And he was so rude to her too. And like, it would piss me off until one day, like, he said something to her that he called her a grandma because she's the oldest of our team. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you're like my grandma." And she was like, "Look, I tolerate all kinds of things from you, but this I won't. Like, that's very disrespectful. You need to watch your mouth." And I was like, "Ooh, finally, girl," because that man would come in here and like go into the office and disrespect her and just be so mean.
Would catch
and
up
then
with
he
her?
would say no. He would always say, "I'm
Because
just being
everybody's
sarcastic."
everybody
I'm
would
just
say,
being sarcastic.
That's just
you can't
how
take a
he
joke.
is.
No, and then
I
they'll be
hate
like,
when
"Oh,
people be like that.
you can't take a joke." I hate when they like that
Take their
office kept
nastiness.
saying like, "Oh, you can't take a joke. Don't take nothing personally." Don't take
You're
anything
calling
to
me
heart.
shit. I'm gonna take it personally. What the fuck is wrong with
Girl,
you?
that was me. I was like, "Bitch, you better change my name." Because
My name is Karina, bitch.
No, yeah, this was it became Car. How do you go from Karina to Car? Girl.
Or Kari, or there's
No,
so
at
many
this point it was
fucking-
like just address me by my name.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
I know.
I'm still shooketh.
So disrespectful. But I get it. You know, there's people that are jokesters, you know?
Yeah.
There's somebody that always wants to make someone laugh. But I feel like there's a certain extent, like,
That's taking it a little too far.
yeah, that nickname, whatever, to me was very, very, like, disrespectful. And it's like, what are you trying to say?
That I stink like caca.
Yeah. I don't know. But Whatever.
No, yeah, like I think that's a little disrespectful. Calling people out of their name, especially cuando no te llevas.
Yeah, that's another thing that I would say to him. Like, damn, we don't even talk like that. For him to be like addressing me with a nickname like that is kind of like
any nickname like that.
Yeah,
it's like, imagine you barely meet somebody and they give you a nickname. What the fuck? You don't know me enough to. I know,
but going to this job, I met so many different people that I'm just like, oh my god, I don't like this. Like, everybody's vibe is so different, and everybody's character is like, oh my god, it was too many people. I couldn't handle it.
You're like me.
I can't.
I've always worked in small, like small environments. So when I started this job, it was like
a lot.
Yeah, it was literally a lot. Like, I was exhausted because there's too many people to deal with, too many attitudes, and like you said, personalities.
God. Yeah.
And you know, like, you have to kind of like switch it up with everyone, each person individually, because I mean, they're not all the same.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's too much. So
and
now
work
I'm loving
is just
it, girl.
not the place. I think work is just not the place where you be your authentic self.
No.
You have to be very professional.
Yeah.
You have to be very like
a fake person.
Yeah, almost.
Literally.
To
like
me,
the
it
way
comes
you
easy
talk.
though, because de por sí I don't talk. Like, after I get to know you and see you, then okay, I can open up. But girl, other than that, it's easy to me.
Bro, are you coming to the Christmas party?
Now y'all talking about a Christmas party.
I'm just saying.
They're already talking about it.
Yeah, they're already talking about it at work.
I know.
They already told us how it's gonna be.
In my job too, this lady looked at me and I'm like, "Why are you looking at me? You already know I'm not gonna be here for the Christmas party, huh?" Like, nope.
This bitch.
No, but
Swear.
Because she didn't go to the little Halloween get together. So I'm like, "Are you going to the Christmas party?"
Wow, you were at the Halloween get together?
I had to. I worked
she
there.
worked
Oh, you guys had a Halloween thing?
a potluck.
Yeah, a potluck. I never had a potluck before.
That's
That was my
cool.
first potluck. It was all right.
Well, y'all gonna laugh.
I ate a lot.
At first, when I got there, they talked about potluck, and I'm like, "What the fuck is a potluck?"
Literally, the only reason why I knew what it was because my daughter had a potluck at her work.
What is it? What is that?
It's where everybody brings
the
food.
But you heard about the lady from I don't know where, she brought food, and the almost like 40 people from her job got sick.
The fuck?
No. Oh
From
my
her
god,
dish.
that happened at one of my jobs. One of the old
They went to
guys.
the hospital, babe.
No, he took a cake that had weed in it. Yes, girl, they fired him. He was working in that company for 15 years.
Why would
I
you bring
worked
that
with him.
cake?
He said his son made the cake for him, right? And he took it as he was only going to give it to the people that he was cool with as a joke. Right? And it was a Christmas.
No joke. How you gonna get people high?
It was a
without them
Christmas
knowing?
that where everybody takes your own dish,
You
right?
can go to jail for that shit.
Okay, girl. Why the fuck he gave it to these ladies? He was nice with, mind you, this man, he's like a 50-something-year-old. So his friends, the ladies, they were like 40 in their 50s. Why the fuck he gave them a piece of cake that was like, you know, infused, laced, whatever. These ladies started having panic attacks at work. Yes, so they had to call the ambulance. They took 3 old ladies. Yes, and then they were like, what was, you know, they kept asking them, what was the last thing you ate, like, you know? And they were like, well, we ate this cake that what's his name gave us. So they went up to him, the manager and like other 2 managers of different group of women, and they were like, hey, so this is happening and all the ladies are saying that you gave them a piece of cake. What kind of cake was it? Like, you know, did you make that cake or did you buy the cake? And that's when he was like, well, my son made the cake for me and it had marijuana in it. And they're like, but did you tell them? And he was like, no, I was doing it as a joke.
That is
I was going to tell them after, but I gave them a small piece. Like, I didn't think they were going to get sick or anything. They're like, well, these women are sick and there's 2-3 people that already went to the hospital right now. Yeah, so the next day they fired him. after so many years. They fired him because
But that's
he
just
did
stupid.
that.
That's just stupid. That's just people not having common sense.
I can't believe I forgot about that story.
They drug test you.
Yeah,
they
like,
do.
Common
Yeah.
sense.
How the fuck were those ladies supposed to go to? How were they supposed to get home?
I don't know. They were elderly ladies también. So I was like, oh, he fucked
That's
up.
insane. That's
Double homicide.
Well, yeah,
That's dangerous.
Yeah, it was like more than 40 people. They went to the hospital because they were like severely like
Because of the
vomiting
whatever
and-
they ate was bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then
Yeah,
they're
it's
like,
scary though
yeah.
because have y'all seen videos of this lady who's making que comida para su, I don't know, she's making food for somebody and she has a whole dog on the video and then he's literally in the thingy of food y lo baja supuestamente she's wearing gloves and she baja el perro con esos gloves and then she
goes back to the food.
No, I
yeah.
cannot.
That's why other people don't eat other people's food because they think so. I feel honestly when they're like, no, I don't like to eat other people's food. It gives me it's disgusting. Sometimes I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up and eat the goddamn food. But then, it makes sense, shit like that happens.
If you think about it, when you go out to the restaurants and eat, you don't know how
Exactly.
you don't know.
They could have went to go take a shit and not wash their hands.
Oh my god.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it.
Oh no, you gagging already.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it.
Well,
It's bad. Anyways, well,
But yeah, so are you going?
mira.
y
I don't wanna
sigues.
go.
I want you to go.
Why you wanna go?
I'm. It's gonna
We
be
can go in
during
pajamas?
work hours. What are you talking about? It's not like they're gonna
wow.
fucking ni que
What?
fueran a rentarme un salón after work. Pues no voy. Porque
They
no
don't
me
do
gusta.
that?
my Grinch costume too. I have a Grinch costume.
They
I
don't do
bought it.
that. They don't like make you guys like a party at
No, because
somewhere?
apparently we're a different network now. We're not part of corporate. No. Yo digo por eso.
What? What was the question?
Que por qué no nos rentan un salón y así bien corporate, pero
no.
porque ya no son, basically
They
we're
never
not
did
part
it.
of that. No, they never.
Even when we were part of
The bigger network people. Mm.
we
Because
were,
I heard that they did it for these people that I used to work with, but I don't know.
well, not there.
No, I don't know.
They was always in the office that they would do
yeah,
like this.
and I'm pretty sure it's
I didn't like that
based
in the
on our
office
budget.
shit.
It's based on our budget too. Like our manager buys everything. I'm sure.
Everybody kept asking me, "Are you going to the?" No, I'm not going because I'm not gonna be here.
Oh shit.
Por andar hablando mierda, mira.
Mira, mira.
I was definitely not going.
At my previous job, it was big. Like they took us to that show, the Aladdin show that they did at Dr. Phillips. Like we went there, and then before we went to eat at
That
this
went to a
fancy
whole-
ass downtown.
That went to a whole field trip then.
Yeah, they do it every year.
Oh my god, that's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
And then the other year, I forgot
Si
what we
fuiste
did, but it
ese?
was it's always big.
Mm.
And they give you money and shit.
They
I'm
give
like,
you
I guess
money.
whatever. But it was not a good environment to work in, to be honest.
I
So-
hate people. People fuck it up for you.
Right.
They do.
They're like, bitch, keep your negativity at home.
It's just the jealousy. Like they think that you're gonna take their job, bitch. I'm gonna take it if you don't do your job. Like what the fuck am I gonna do?
That's crazy. I'm
But
still a little scared
yeah, but
about work, about everything, life in general. It's scary.
what? What?
Yeah.
What's going on right now?
I'm all confused. What
You
is
just had a whole
scary?
meltdown. Anyways,
Shit out of nowhere.
right.
She got me confused.
I don't know because then you were like, you started talking about environment and work, and I just look at you and I just imagine all the shit that Yesenia does, like at work, and I'm literally like, I can see the things that she does, and she's literally so thorough. And then she's like, she tells me, she's like, you didn't do this, and I was like, oh, I forgot, and bro, I feel so bad. I'm like, that's scary. All of this went through my head as I was looking at her. I was like, bitch, that's
She
scary.
zoomed out of her.
Bitch,
She zoomed out
it's
of
so scary because
She was like, I'm sorry.
when she calls me out, she's like, you had to do this, and I'm like, oh my god, it's
I do it because I love
embarrassing.
you.
I know you're trying to tell me because you tell me on the low, you know, like,
Yeah.
bitch, you had to do that. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? But bitch, it's scary. What if I forget some? Then just earlier, she was like, you can get sued. I'm not trying to get sued. I'm like, what? You can get sued?
You just had to hope. You Jessica, like, I ain't got shit, so they can sue me.
Bitch, I don't want to take my certification. Well, don't take my fucking certification.
Exactly.
Not
I'm
sue,
like,
but they could take your certification if you fuck up or do
bitch,
something.
I don't even have a certification. They gonna take it away.
You don't even got it yet. They're about to take it. Oh, hell no.
So yeah, all of that went through my head. So I was like, that's scary.
Girl, that was me every morning. I'm like, a ver qué hora, qué pinches
Que voy a
messages me
cagar.
van a mandar.
Ay, sí.
A ver qué cagué. Y cuando no, I'm like, yay, I had no problems. I did everything
Bitch,
good.
I hear something goes wrong with the other ladies sitting around me. I'm like, was it me?
Me. So
No.
me.
So you
Literally.
know, at our job, you know, like if something's wrong, they're quick to tell, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows. And the thing is that they send it with the MRN, the number of the chart.
the patient.
So
You always look to make sure.
So everybody, and I caught this because once when I was up front, something happened and I went in, because I wanted to know, like, was it me?
Yeah.
So I copied I looked into the MRN, the chart and all of that. I was like, oh, thank God it was not me. And then everybody's like, yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And everybody was checking it to make sure it wasn't them. So you fuck up and everybody goes into the fucking chart.
Oh, yeah,
Because they put
everybody
it
knows.
out there. Like,
Because your
And
name's
blast.
everything. Your name's on everything.
Yeah.
When you check them in, if you check them out, if you made the
Yeah.
appointment, who you call, who
Even if
did,
you print out like their
everything.
records, it says it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what
Print.
you mean. It says like your
Your
first and your
name.
initial.
Mhm.
On mine, yeah, it would say
And
the same
then,
thing.
and then they can hear your phone calls. Like, it's just like,
Even what you
where's my
search up on
privacy?
the-
And now
on the
you guys
internet.
told me they can go through my chats.
Yes, they can go through your search.
I'm like, Jesse, why didn't you
Your
tell
Google
me?
search.
I don't give a damn.
I don't care
Like,
about my Google search.
They can
Yeah.
look it up.
They can look it up. I be talking shit.
I talk shit.
I be talking shit.
I really don't care. I mean,
Hey,
it's
I
the truth.
Even with
Nobody
the
says
manager,
it.
I'd be saying, "Girl, get your girls together." I'm like, girl, because people just,
I think. Do you think girls are harder on girls than guys?
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I worked with guys for a very long time. Like at the nursery, I worked for
And
like
people
3
expect them
years
to
con
not
puros
just not
men,
do.
and they were chill as fuck. They're the chillest guys in the world. I had no queja of them. And then I went back to work with women, and it was like an issue.
Messy.
Yeah. And then again, working with a guy for like 5 years, and I had no problem at all. Besides him being lazy, but other than that, like it was
It's not a
good.
drama thing.
No, at all. We never had
It's so hard, and it's so sad.
It
is
is
sad,
because it
it's
should be like
come
girl
on.
power. It should be
Why
like
can't you just be like me, chill, like normal? Like you gotta be like so uptight. Como que si no cagan, como si cagan flores las señoritas, pero salen del baño y lo explotaron. Like,
Damn,
bruh.
that's a little too much. That was too graphic for me.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on, girl. Like, we all shit, we all eat, we're all normal. Like,
We're all the same.
O unas que se creen patronas. Oh my God, me
Ay,
caga. La que dice, you didn't do this. Okay. Okay, is that your business? That's my patient. Get the fuck away. Like, it pisses me off. Like, girl, stop.
Yeah.
Stop. You're in my cheese. But you know, or like otras que nomás se la pasan googleando, cagando y nada que hace nada.
Yeah. And
No
that should be
hace
pissing me off. I'd be
nada.
like, God damn, dude. Like, I'd be working my ass off.
Right.
And next thing you know, I see the other bitch. Nomás anda caminando pa' allá y pa' acá. Pa' allá y pa' acá.
Literalmente
And then the other
tragando
one
todo el día.
just talking. Just talking all
Literally.
day. I'm like, y'all don't even let me concentrate.
Okay.
Bitch,
so
yo a veces me estoy
guys
mirando
are like
como
that too.
50. What do you
Guys are
mean?
like that. They're chill. And how come it doesn't bother you that a guy chills?
No.
Oh,
What do you mean,
doesn't
guys be
bother
chill?
me.
Okay.
Like that they don't be working and stuff?
I mean, it's not that they're not working, but some of them they're very chill. They take their time. You know, they're a little bit slackers. Men are slackers.
Yeah,
they do the job, but they slack. Yeah. So how come you don't complain about a man like that?
I don't work with men. I've never worked with men.
Previously, before you got there, we had a guy, right? He was front desk.
What?
He was like, he looked young, but he was old as fuck. He was older than me.
Oh.
So, what you mean? Oh.
The way you said it, he was like, he was old. He was older than me.
But he looked young. And talk about like everybody would baby him. They would laugh and all of this. And like, come on.
That at our work. They get babied. I'm like,
yeah. And this was a grown ass man. And like, he would like, oh, I'm starting to feel sick. He was diabetic. I get it. You're diabetic. But this man was too dramatic for it. But it was because he didn't want to work. So he would get up, right? He would be gone for like 15, 20 minutes. And I'm like, where the fuck is he at?
Yeah.
You know? And like,
he got fired? Please tell me he got fired.
He was a floater, but there was a potential of him staying. But al último, they saw that he was lacking and they said no. But the thing is, he was there for so long. And I'm like, how are you going to put up with somebody that's not...
Oh, that's one thing that gets me. Like, how do you put up with the shit for so fucking long?
I don't get it. But everybody was like, oh, he's so nice. Oh, we're going to miss him. And I'm like...
Yes, he was like what?
Miss what?
Faster. The faster you get him out of here, the better.
No. Y luego las pinches preguntas pendejas. And I'm like, ni bien el... Like, he wanted to know about your like your personal life, what you drive, a car. I drive a fucking car. Like, this man was childish as fuck.
You're giving me, ¿cómo se dice? The people that's, stalker vibes.
I don't know.
Peeping Tom vibes. Why you want to know what I drive?
It was just really creepy. And I'm like, why?
So I'm telling you, these people, there's so many people, different people out here that it's like, like I had a coworker that she would ask you everything. Like if you were, dealing with a patient and you asked someone, you asked like the main person that does authorizations or the main person that does the faxes. Hey, can you look out for this patient? I'm waiting for the referral. This girl would go, like, she would take it on her hand. Like, she would basically, like, search like, no se le dijo nada a ella. We didn't tell her anything. But she would take it into make it her thing where she would randomly come up to me and be like, oh, here, I printed out the referral for you. And I said, what referral? Well, the patient you were talking about. And I said, but I told her, why are you printing it out? Yeah, and then she would be the same thing. She would ask us, like, oh, how was your weekend? Good, and yours? Good. What'd you do? Oh, yeah, that's all you did? And like, yeah, that's all I did. What else would I be doing? Oh, you didn't drink today? You didn't drink over the weekend? No, I didn't drink. What? Like, questions that I would, like, never thought that.
Yeah, like, bitch, I don't know you like that.
Yeah, like, sometimes she would ask the most craziest things. And I was like, why are you asking that right now? I mean, like, they gave us like this little bonus for doing certain amount of calls, and the guy was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you guys $100 this afternoon. And she was like, what time?
This bitch.
He was like, at what time are you gonna do that? I was like, oh hell no. He said this afternoon, anything that's like from 12 and on, like, just, Yeah. And then he was like, I'm not too sure why. She was like, oh, because I'm not going to be here this afternoon. I'm like, girl, that would be so funny. Yeah, but she would ask some out-of-pocket things, and it would make other people uncomfortable, I can tell. Yeah, and I'd be like, oh, my God, why do you ask? And now this girl's sitting here uncomfortable as hell, not, like, responding to shit. Like, oh, my God.
Have you asked, like, have you been in that position where you just want to know and you ask? Like,
no,
te quedas callada, no.
Like, I me muero. I died like wanting to ask like what it was.
Okay, so I'm quiet and all that, and I keep to myself. But
pero chisme.
But girl, I figure it out. I'm like, de por sí que I already know. Like you don't have to tell me much. I can just connect.
How does she know?
I connect dots. I'm very good at connecting dots. And then I just go to confirm.
Literally.
And then you.
But now she has me as a mole.
I'm like.
So now she takes
what happened?
What happened, and it's funny because she sends a gif of like somebody eating popcorn. Like, what's going on? I'm like, this.
Tell me what happened. No, but it's like I don't know. Like, I don't know why I do that. Like, if I know that you talk a lot, then why is it an issue if I ask you?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if you're already telling the whole world, why
can I not
why
ask
can I
you?
ask? And I sometimes I do ask out of pocket questions. But then again, like, bitch, you're putting everything in for the whole world to know. So
Literally.
Why not? Yeah.
So
Girl.
yeah.
Shit's real.
No, I don't. I wait for someone else to ask her. I wait for someone else to ask, and then I'm like,
You're
oh yeah,
dropping-
I was about to ask you that, but
You're like,
she asked you
yeah.
first. You're like, so then? I'm just kidding.
So that's we have become. We have
become nice.
No le salió nada.
No, hombre.
No.
Well, Jessica was trying to say.
Goodbye.
no. Okay, so we have come to the end of this episode. It was a good episode. I laughed too much today.
You did.
Yeah,
It
I
was
did.
therapeutic.
It was therapeutic. We
I
haven't
haven't
had
been.
Yeah, you haven't been.
In a long time.
Yeah.
I missed you already.
Aw,
I
you
say-
missed my grouchy ass.
Her desesperada self.
Yeah.
For real.
Es que las regañé ayer. Les dije, y'all in or y'all out?
Get it together.
Get
Yeah,
it together.
that was her word. She was like, y'all need to get it together or y'all gonna be out. I'm like,
Ay, no es cierto.
we're gonna be out where? Where are you taking me? Strip club? Where we going?
Where we going? Well, and then they were like, no, we got it. I'm like, okay. Nada más necesitaba una regañadilla.
Nomás ahí, nomás.
No, it's been so long. It's been like, what? You guys have done recordings like 4 times already and haven't came. So that's
But
like
it's just
4
been-
weeks.
To me, like, it's been so hard lately.
Yeah.
Like, lately, like...
Life.
After the
life,
hurricane.
The hurricane.
That hurricane. Oh, girl.
and
The
they
worst
came
shit
at
of my
the
life.
worst time.
I hate it. I remember I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was my sister or Joanna or my coworkers at work where they were like, we need a hurricane.
Oh,
Y yo like, yeah, to get some time off. Hell no, I don't. Next time if we ever get a hurricane, I would have to take, I don't know, everything out of my house.
traumatized you.
Yes, it did.
I can
I've
see.
never experienced something like that in my life. And then you're just so upset that everything got thrown away that you just decide to throw everything away.
Yeah.
Like
So-
all of my journals from when I was a teenager, like
She lost
all
them.
of my journals were
destroyed.
everything that I wrote in the past, it's gone, like gone for sure.
Yeah.
And that shit broke my heart a lot because I was like, damn,
But
like
sister, maybe that was good. Maybe you needed.
that's what I
you
told
needed
myself too. I was like,
to
yeah,
let
that's
go
what
of that past.
That's what I said too. I'm like, damn, that was like, I use on there like, okay, you're moving on, like, yeah, that was that. Now it's this.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn. But it did ruin
talking
a lot of
about
my
that,
stuff. What?
There was like a saying, I don't know if it's exactly like this, but it says if you think of the past, it causes depression.
Mm-hmm.
If you think of the future, it causes anxiety. So just stay in the present.
You're right.
It makes sense, but then it kind of contradicts itself with manifesting the future.
Yeah. No, pero it's not thinking about the future. It's like manifesting is a little bit different porque te pones lo que quieres. It's like what you want
now.
and then you just say it, repeat it, and work towards it instead of focusing. Oh my God, how am I gonna do it?
Yeah.
And what is gonna happen? And oh my God, if that doesn't happen, do I have a plan B,
I
C,
barely
D?
think about tomorrow.
Girl,
I used to do that a lot. I used to
I
think
still
about
do
my
it to
future a
this
lot,
day.
and I
Yeah.
panic, and I go into this like mode where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this and do that. I me desespero, and then I start like making calls, and then I start like
Thinking
trying
ahead.
to like, oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna go back to my mom's, and it's like, yes, the fuck you are. Like you got it. Yeah,
And nothing has happened yet.
yeah. Ando
Yeah.
acá already planning for
Desesperado.
like,
the worst.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I do see like a little bit, like if I put myself in a situation, I'm like, and I really think about it. Like, for example, we went to trick-or-treating and I was pulling the little, ¿cómo se llama? The wagon
Yeah.
in the road. And in my head, I'm like, I already saw myself get ran over, get my kid get ran over.
You already saw the funeral going on and
Yes,
everything. I hate when that happens to me.
So I literally put myself in the fucking. I don't care if people hated that I was in the way when they were walking in the sidewalk, bitch. I am not walking on the road with this shit.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, in that split second that I was on the road, bitch, I saw all of that, and I'm like, that's not right. Like that shouldn't be how people work.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
That happens to me a lot, like I said earlier.
And then I'm like, what if something happens to my kid? And then it's my fault because I was irresponsible.
Girl, that's what they
all
say
of
that is bad when you get into that type of mindset. Not about that. I think that's just a mom thing, but you have to be careful because when you're always thinking about the worst, you're calling that negativity to come.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
You're calling it because you're thinking about it, and like you're just waiting for it to happen.
Waiting for yeah.
So you have to like
I believe that.
Yeah, you have to practice that like positivity instead and if I'm gonna do this, it's gonna go good. Like always like try to practice that every day because you don't want to get into a habit. And then that's why have you noticed que te pasa algo mal en la mañana and that just like, it just ruined my day. Y ya el resto del día is fucked up for you. That's because tú mismo te lo llamaste and now you're having it in your head that it's already a bad day.
Yeah, and it just continues to be a bad day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna practice that because at this moment it's just it goes all bad. It goes all sideways.
She's too much sometimes.
She is. Well,
I love you.
Oh,
thank you guys for tuning in. I'm over here trying to say bye.
Sorry. My son is like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah," because he says that me and Jasenia are literally we act like we're going out. Sometimes because like, are you googling over there over Yessie? I'm like, yes I am. He's like, Mom, that's not funny. I'm like, it is. I'm like, y'all wish you were lesbian lovers.
I'm fucking done with you, bitch.
That's funny.
All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in once again. It's nice to be back. Hopefully, I'm back next time. I am going to be back next time. Let's not say hopefully. I'll be back next time. Don't forget to tune in. Follow us on our social media, Ready or Not Latinas, Instagram, Snapchat, Snap, and Facebook.
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. I forgot TikTok.
Even though we might lose TikTok, but
why?
It's fine.
Why are we gonna lose it?
Yeah, don't y'all hear they're trying to trot it off again? Trying to take it
they're
off.
not gonna do nothing.
That's not gonna happen.
It's been happening for years, Nada.
That's what I'm saying. I think they've been saying that for the past since
It pisses
2022.
me off when I watch a TikTok. They're like, "Oh well, I know we're about to lose this app, and I might lose my account." I'm like, "Oh my god, I already heard this 10,000 times. Let's go."
Nothing's gonna happen.
At that point, they're just clout.
It is. I think so. So people can try to get as much as they can from it. But anyways, stay safe, be nice, take care. See you guys next time.
Bye. You want to sing farewell?
Bye.
No, stupid. It's not gonna get a farewell.